Now from Place Ministries, another inspirational moment. Welcome back to Your Place.
Acts 6 verses 1 and 2 say, "In those days when the number of disciples was increasing, the Hellenistic Jews among them complained against the Hebraic Jews because their widows were being overlooked in the daily distribution of food. So the 12 gathered all the disciples together and said, 'It would not be right for us to neglect the ministry of the Word of God in order to wait on tables.'" If you go on and read in Acts 6, you'll read that the disciples solved the problem by putting the right people in the right place. And while there are many ways to describe people in churches today, one way to describe some is to label them complainers or changers for the good. And you see both in Acts 6. At the beginning of this year, my wife and I sat down with my pastor and I began to give my opinions. You might have labeled me a complainer about discipleship and what I often don't see happening in churches today regarding making disciples that'll transform the world. After meeting with my pastor over several months, he offered me the opportunity to become a problem solver. This month, I became part of my church's staff as pastor of discipleship. And yes, I'm going to continue to fulfill all my responsibilities with Place Ministries with churches and organizations around the country. And as it relates to your church, are you a complainer of the church or a changer for the good in the church? Are you a problem solver or a pessimistic complainer in your church? In finding your place in life and ministry, will you resolutely join with me in whatever role you have in your church to be a problem solver and not a problem?
Your Place is a weekday devotional from Place Ministries. Our focus is helping followers of Christ know how and why God created them, and be encouraged to do what God created them to do in life and ministry. For a list of free resources, go to placeministries.org and join us every weekday right here at Your Place.